Good afternoon from Tempe, Arizona. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Samson Biggz, and today we're going to get into how I fixed my credit. Now, credit is very important. I grew up in a poor family, okay, and we knew nothing about money. My mom didn't teach me a thing about money. And then after I got kicked out of the house at the young age of 12 years old and sent to live in a boys ranch or orphanage or a group home or whatever you want to call it, they didn't teach me about finances. And so when I got out of there at 18, I was on my own just like everybody else. But when I left the group home, it was 1999, and I hadn't been introduced to the internet yet. So I didn't, I never was going on Google. I never was learning about websites. In fact, I don't think they had any kind of credit websites back in 1999 anyway. But so right away I started getting bad credit. I was young, I was ignorant, I had no clue about finances, so I was screwing up everywhere. And in fact, the funny story, the very first credit card I ever got was a Capital One credit card, and it had it was a student credit card and had a $200 limit, right? And the very first thing that I bought, guess what it was? That's so embarrassing. First thing I did was I called one of those dirty phone numbers. Remember those 1-900 numbers? I called the 1-900 number. I maxed out the credit card, and I forgot about it. I completely just forgot about it. For one, I'm not very good with the post office, especially back then. I was terrible. So I got this credit card. I listened to Girls Talk Freaky on the phone, and then I got, then it was maxed out. It was done. But I never paid the card. And it never registered to me. It never occurred to me that, hey, by the way, you got to pay this back, and you got to start thinking about your credit. You got to start thinking about your finances, all that other stuff. It really didn't start occurring until I got in my 20s when, I got my first apartment. I was good, but again, I was really irresponsible, and I didn't pay my bills, and I got evicted. Then I got a second apartment. But the thing was, I was able to get the second apartment before that stuff had got onto my credit. Again, didn't know, didn't think, was completely ignorant. And then I tried to go for my third apartment, and boom. No, man, you got an eviction on your credit. You got bad credit. You can't get nothing. What? What is credit? What is this? What are you talking about? And so then, from my 20s to my 30s, I found out how hard life is without good credit. Okay? So I had to wait from about 22 till 35 till my credit was fixed. And how did I fix it? Well, the first few years you can't really fix it. You're SOL for the first 7 years of having bad credit, right? But then once you get to a certain point, things will start falling off your credit. But most of the things will just stay on there forever. But luckily, Credit Karma came along. And on Credit Karma, you can go on there and you can dispute things that are on your credit. Now, if you dispute it right away, like if you got something on your credit and it's been there only for 6 months or a year, they're not going to take it off. But if you were like me in my case, it's been 10 years since these things were on my credit. I disputed them, and the companies, they're so long ago, the companies were just like, whatever, we don't care. So they just fall off the credit. So basically, I was able to restart my credit by just, and it took about 3 years to do it, because every time you dispute something, you can only dispute one or two things at once. So you have to let one thing get disputed and then wait till it falls off, and then you dispute the next thing, wait till it falls off, you dispute the next thing, wait till it falls off, and you just keep on disputing until everything falls off. And so finally, boom, I was at zero again. I was at ground level. So what did I do? Well, I started paying attention to my credit. I got a secured card. This time I made sure to pay it, but here's the thing. I didn't use anything with it. Okay, I was very touchy with my credit. I would just buy like something like for $5 and then I'd pay it off until Capital One was like, all right, we see you that you're buying stuff and you're paying it off, you're buying stuff and you're paying it off. We're going to make it unsecured. Bam. So I got my first unsecured. Then I came up with the idea, well, the more credit I have, the better, right? So what I did was I just signed up for like 4 or 5 credit cards. But make sure that when you sign up for these credit cards that there's no annual fee. That's the secret. Because if you get these credit cards but don't use them. You know what I'm saying? Get them but don't use them. Right? So that's what I did. I got a bunch of credit cards, like 5 of them, with no annual fees, and then I just sat on them for the next year, 2 years. Because what happens is when you sign up for credit cards, they will ding your credit, right? So after you get like 5 of them, then they say, oh, you signed up for too many credit cards. So you have to wait. So I waited for a year, till they forgot or till they fell off, and I signed up for 5 more credit cards. No annual fee. Remember, no annual fee. Boom, same thing. Get those 5. Wait a year. Okay, and remember, don't use your credit cards unless you have to. Okay, don't use them. Get them, but don't use them. And then that's what I've just been doing the past 5-7 years. The past 7 years, I've just been getting these no-fee credit cards and not using them. And gradually, my credit's just been going. Look at that. So yeah, right now I'm sitting at about a 750 credit score. Very stoked. And we're just going to keep on climbing it up. And the good thing about having all these credit cards and not using them is that you always have a fail-safe. Like if money's not coming in or something's like not clicking, you always have these little fail-safes in the background. That's the great thing about credit. It's like, it's like, yes, you have to pay it back. That's the most important part. Always remember, you have to pay it back. You can't just take it and run away with it. It's not like on the street. It's not like if you go down the street to the loan shark's house. Hey, you make sure you pay your loan sharks back too, because they're not like the credit card companies. They're not gonna just ding your credit. They're gonna come and kidnap you. But that's another story. But yeah, so that's how I fixed my credit, guys. So if you want to fix your credit, get on Credit Karma, okay? This way. Get on Credit Karma, okay? I'm telling you. For those of you like me who didn't have a financial education, make sure you're watching these videos. There's a lot of smart people on YouTube. Make sure you follow these guys, learn everything you can about credit, and make sure your credit is on point. For me, credit is so important. Like, it is just next level. In order for you to make it in this society, in this society, you got to play the game. And the part of the game is credit. You got to have credit, you got to have money, and it is what it is. You can't fight the game. You just got to play the game, right? So it's your boy Samson Biggz, and I'll see you on the next video. Please subscribe, and yeah, take it easy.